Welcome in, my beautiful Pisces friends. How are you? I am so happy and thankful to have each and every one of you here with me today. So thank you, everyone. And those of you that are brand new to my channel, hello and welcome, my friends. My name is Ria. Let's call in spirit, open up this space, and see what it is your soul is meant to hear today. So I wanted to first start with your guardian angels who are coming forward with some protection and guidance for you this week. All right, so we are getting here a message about you moving on to the next step somewhere in your life. So the message for you is be patient as you release old energy from your energetic field. You're shifting gears to a higher plane, and it brings fatigue and heaviness before the outdated vibrations are set free and dissolve. So you are ascending, you are elevating and leveling up in your life right now. And this sometimes feels like energy can be heavy. You can feel tested. So this is where you want to stay strong and steady within your own energy as you're moving through this. Okay, so once again, be patient as you release old energy from your energetic field, Pisces. You're shifting gears to a higher plane, and it brings fatigue and heaviness before the outdated vibrations are set free and dissolved. Okay, so it feels like turbulence. It's kind of like when you go on an airplane and you feel that turbulence. It's shaky and it can freak us out. You may be having a similar experience right now around something particular. And that's just a signal to you that you are moving on to the next step of your experience. So we're going to go ahead and pull an affirmation for you as well. So feel free to carry this affirmation with you this week. All right, and repeat it as many times as you need to. So we are getting a message here around hostilities. An affirmation, you might be experiencing hostilities. Okay, so your affirmation is, I am receiving the peace and harmonious treatment I deserve in my life. I set boundaries, make reasonable requests, and make my expectations clear. So they want you to be incredibly clear around what your expectations are and to voice them, okay? Not be afraid to share them, right? In the energy of love, not hostility. So once again, I am receiving the peace and harmonious treatment I deserve in my life. I set boundaries, make reasonable requests, and make my expectations clear. This is going to be a superpower that you carry forward as you move through your life experience right now. All right, so let's go ahead and pull 3 tarot cards and see what else you're meant to know. The horse is representing freedom, sovereignty, and liberation. So I feel that this is something that you're definitely going through, Pisces. So we have the Ace of Swords. I feel that there's clarity definitely coming in. There's some sort of truth or information that you are receiving right now that is opening you to a new perspective or a way of seeing something you hadn't seen before. And once you see it, you can't unsee it, right? So I feel this is an awakening, an opening, a new experience. And I do feel they're pointing out the power of your mind within this experience. So Ace of Swords, we have the Nine of Swords. You're worried. There's something here that you're sitting with, that you're thinking about, putting a lot of energy towards. What is this for you, Pisces? Because whatever this is, it is only affecting you. Nothing's happening externally to anyone else but you. And I feel you have this tendency, not everyone, but some of you out there, to carry things by yourself, right? So you're silently suffering in a way. This is what I'm feeling. And what I'm getting here is this is an energy that is dissolving and clearing for you this week. But they need your active participation to release and let go of whatever this is that you have been carrying. So Nine of Swords, and we have the King of Swords. Look at that. We've got all swords here. So I feel that you've been in your mind lately, Pisces. And this is where they want you to reclaim your power, to clear your mind of the thoughts and the things that are creating these emotions or not allowing you to move on or take action on something. There's hesitation here that I'm picking up on, especially through the Nine of Swords here. So I feel that you're meant to materialize something. Whatever this is not meant to stay just in the world of imagination or thoughts. There's something that is being called to be expressed so it can be materialized. So that is the King of Swords. Now, I want you to use your own intuition with my reading today. So whenever you see my cards popping up on screen, I want you to try and interpret them using your own intuition. This is going to strengthen your intuition, and you will also receive your own messages. And that is my favorite part, is when you share with me how these cards connect with you, how they show up in your life, and how you resonate with this reading. So share with me in the comment section below. So Pisces, I feel that something is yet to be revealed. This is what I'm getting from the King of Swords. You can see that there's something in the background. It's covered. You can't see it. But I feel you are working towards it. You feel it. You sense it. You know what it is, even though you don't have a visual around it. I feel also that you're trusting your path, and this is somewhere that you had to come to in order to feel the power that I'm feeling. Amplified from the King of Swords here. There's a lot of red coming through the cards today that I want you to pay attention to in your own life. You might be seeing a lot of red colored things. And before I continue on here, I just wanted to mention that we all live a different life experience. These cards are going to present themselves differently in each of our lives. This is also a general reading for you today. So those of you that are watching, if my reading isn't resonating with you, please leave it behind, but also pass this reading along to someone that might need to hear its message. And check out your moon, rising, and Venus signs as well, because sometimes they put the pieces together for you. So Pisces, what is this? I'm getting intuition. I'm getting inspiration and motivation here. I'm seeing a fire lighting up because of something that you are imagining or thinking about. This is also the dream realm, but also the power of communication for you. The exchanging of information. This is all coming through the swords suits. It is you know, you're being called to allow yourself to not just think logically or with reason, but be open to magic, wonder, and awe, Pisces. Because I feel for some of you, this is something that you haven't been tapped into. And I know many of you have been, especially if you're spiritually in tune, but I'm definitely feeling into someone that has closed themselves off unintentionally because of maybe things that are going on. Maybe you're worried about someone, worried about a situation, work, stability and security. That's a real, feeling that we have right now, especially in the world that we're living in. I'm also living in the same world as you, Pisces. And what I've been doing is not focusing on the things that create the worry, especially external experiences. I'm definitely seeing that maybe you're worried about a family member, or you're worried about how you're going to make it through the experience you're having right now. And I'm letting you know that there's something that Spirit is communicating to you that you might not already know. And they want you to trust and have faith that the experience you are in is not going to be the experience you are in forever. It's only temporary. This too shall pass, right? And the power of your mind, that is what they want you to tune in and tap into right now, is the thoughts, the things that happened yesterday, days ago, years ago. They don't matter anymore. The things that haven't happened, tomorrow, the future, right? Those are still yet to come. What is real is this present moment that you are in this now experience. So as you're watching this reading today, they want you to stay connected to you, to the now, the reality you are currently in, because this is where the magic and the awe, the wonder happen, right? So clearing your thoughts, having some sort of practice, some sort of technique that allows you to not stress and worry so much. Because when we get caught up in here, we can go down a rabbit hole. I've done this in my own life, right? Where my thoughts things, situations, things people have said sit in my mind and allow them to just kind of move around. There's nothing wrong with doing that, but once you're starting to feel that it's beginning to affect your life, it's opening a reality that you don't want to live, that's when Spirit is bringing you back to the awareness, to the power that you hold of controlling that mind, controlling that thoughts. You have that power. I know that sometimes we don't feel like we do in the moment that we're experiencing all of these things, but you actually do. We all do. Right? So anytime I find myself in thoughts and things that are creating these emotions where I'm battling and fighting, right? I use breathing techniques. I use the box breathing, the 4-7-8 method, whatever works. I use showers at night to clear the energy. You know, it's about trying things that work for you to stay calm in your nervous system, in your mind, your heart, your spirit. And I feel this is what the Ace of Swords is representing, is you creating peace and calm and quiet and stillness in your mind as you're moving through the experiences you're having. So it's not overriding your experience. It's not taking the wheel of your car, of your life. So, and creativity is flowing. I feel that there's a channel that is forming for you to express yourself, to be more creative. And, you know, this energy is incredibly strong because I feel it's leaked into the Ace of Swords, because the Ace of Swords is open, it is free. And I feel that's happening through the spirit of the horse that is guiding you right now, that came through this hostilities card. And, you know, the energy of hostilities, it feels dark, it feels combative, argumentative, drama. It's driven. And I feel that maybe you may be in an experience where you might be caught up in this, or the energy is surrounding you. This could be at work, in your family, right? They want you to stay within your own frequency and vibration as you're moving through it. This, I feel, the Nine of Swords is a sacred space, a space that you feel safe, where you feel connected. This could be your bedroom, a place in your house, something that you do that brings you to a place of peace. I love lighting candles. It looks like this woman in this card has lit candles. I like to set intentions, and the purpose and reason why I light a lot of candles is because that's my way of connecting to spirit. Once I light that candle, I set that intention, right, to release the heaviness I'm carrying around a particular situation or a person. And it's me saying to spirit that I'm going to hand this over to you. I've tried my best. I'm going to stay in love and peace with this. I'm not going to react or match the energy, but rather give it over to spirit and allow them to handle it. And, you know, I've had experiences in my own life where I'm dealing with people that are hard to deal with, family members sometimes, right? Where you just choose to keep your energy. You know, you don't, everybody has their own journey, right? Sometimes we're not meant to be a part of someone's journey, no matter how badly we want to be a part of it. We want to support, and it's coming from a place of love. Sometimes we're meant to allow that energy to journey out and figure it out themselves. So I feel there's a lot of layers to the Nine of Swords for you. And through this experience, they're letting you know that you're incredibly strong, Pisces, that this is not something that is controlling you, but you have power over it. You have power over you, the way that you show up within the experience. And what's happening is you are stepping into another experience, like you're moving up into a higher frequency, higher vibration. And what you might be experiencing is energy that isn't meant to come with you. Not everyone is meant to come with us, right? So anytime I've had a leveling up experience, there were parts of my life that I was in that I had to leave behind in order to move to the new. And it's not that you have to leave a lot behind, but there are things that sometimes we are used to, we get used to or attached to, and we go through that challenge, that friction of letting it go. So I feel that there's something that you're completing here and stepping into, some sort of fresh energy. This is the Ace of Swords. And I feel there's something that you have been living in, which is in your mind, not your reality. So again, not everyone's going to feel this, but I do feel some of you, there's these thoughts and this world that feels like an illusion that is now dissolving and evaporating. So maybe it's hard to let go of that. And, the things that you're watching, Pisces, the things that you are putting your focus and energy into, especially that aren't a part of your life. Like I'm getting somebody that's watching a lot of things online. This could be the news, things that are happening globally. Again, I'm living in that same world as you, and I'm choosing not to engage or allow that energy to leak into my energetic space because I can't do anything about that. I can't do anything about what's happening with the world, the weather, all these kinds of things. What I can do is show up in my light in the way that I can in my own experience to support everything else. And that's the best way that you can show up in your own life as well, Pisces. So you're not here to match the energies externally to you. And they are encouraging you to allow the light into your life, Pisces. So I'm getting stagnancy or darkness. Maybe you've had your blinds closed in your home recently, or it feels like the energy where you spend a lot of time, your sacred space feels a bit stagnant. I'm getting dense, heavy. It's not moving. And maybe you need to clean your area or use like sage to cleanse the energy. So you might be finding yourself doing these kinds of things naturally because that's the energy that is being called for. So this is what you are moving through, and it's leading you into this power. It is leading you into this steady, stable place. Everything that you're moving through, you allowing yourself to be open, releasing that heavy weight, especially that mental baggage. Sometimes we carry that. Beliefs, things that we believe to be true because someone else told us they're true. I feel that you're letting it go and you're stepping into your own power, your own beliefs, right? This is you staying true to yourself, being authentic, no matter what the experience. This is you being very clear. This is you setting boundaries. This is you speaking clearly your expectations and not being afraid to. I feel the fear has dissolved here as well. Not that it's completely dissolved, but I feel that you're able to work with the fear now. It doesn't have power over you. It's almost like you're able to take the fear and use it to maybe supercharge you. Sometimes fear motivates me, right? Sometimes I need the fear in order to take action, right? So sometimes that's me working with the fear. So I feel that there's mastery here. There's something that you have been learning, something that you are getting really good at. And I see you sharing this with others. I feel communication is a superpower. I mentioned that early on, and I feel that your words do have power, but actions will speak louder than the words. So I feel that follow through is needed around something, discipline, strategy, a plan, preparation, all of it is showing up in this card. I'm seeing someone who's incredibly stable with their own energy. It doesn't matter what's happening externally. You don't even have to see or know, right? Because I'm seeing here something in the background that's covered, yet to be revealed. And I feel you trust that when you don't know, that you actually know, and you're safe here within the experience. So you might be moving through something like this, Pisces. And again, they're guiding you, your God, your guide, your angels, your ancestors, your loved ones on the other side. They're always here with you. You have nothing to be afraid of. And I feel you're being called to strengthen the power of your mind. I don't know if you've been playing crossword puzzles, word searches, doing like therapeutic coloring. You might have coloring books, or you are, I don't know, doing jujitsu, taekwondo, like doing exercises that have to do with like hand motions that are separate. This is to do brain training exercises. This is what I'm getting here with this. This is you mastering, and you're being called to master your craft and learning. This is the expansion in your consciousness, the ability to be able to see. I feel you are also a psychic surgeon, Pisces. You have this ability to see into things much more deeper in layers. You're able to take things apart, pick them apart, and understand them on a deeper level that not a lot of people can do. And I actually created a collective reading that I'll try to remember to share in the comment section below, but you can check it out on my channel. It is called You Are Not Like the Others, right? So check that reading out. You aren't like others, Pisces. I feel that you have this ability to receive information in many ways, and some of you have clairaudience, claircognizance. You might have all the clairs. You might be a medium. You're able to pick up on energies external to yours. You're able to feel into things, and there's been some mastery in learning how to tame this, right? So you may be going through an experience where you're learning to work with your gifts, a gift, a part of your gift. So I wanted to pull a bonus card that is coming from Between the Worlds. This is a shadow casting deck that uses bone and curio. Okay, so it's called to use this deck in your reading today. So we are getting the doll's arm. Look at that, the doll's arm. You may have a doll. I remember when I was younger, what this is reminding me of was my brothers used to break all of my Barbie dolls and their arms and legs would be everywhere. So this is what I'm getting here through this card today. So we also have the number 3 coming forward. So I'm getting 3 days, 3 weeks around the message of this card for you. So the doll's arm, you're going to have to share with me how that's resonating with you. And so the message here, let's talk about the item here. So this porcelain antique doll's arm was excavated with many other 19th century factory seconds in Germany and was purchased on eBay in 2010 with the intention of using it in my artwork as well as for divination. So this is the author of this card deck that's speaking. Arms and hands have been universal symbols of power and potency since the first ancient cave handprint was painted. In health readings, it may indicate an issue with the hand or the arm. So I feel that there's something here Spirit is bringing up around your hand or your arm. So the message is, think about how and when you offer or receive assistance, and pay attention to any accompanying feelings of empowerment or vulnerability. I'm going to read you 2 messages, one upright, one reversed, and I feel that they're both meant to be heard today. So this is a great time to ask for assistance by seeking more knowledge about who possesses the advice or expertise you require right now. You have been offering a helping hand and assistance to others without expectation, and now this energy is being returned to you. Help will arrive from both expected and unexpected sources, even if you weren't aware it was needed. You are advised to accept what is being gifted to you without ego or feeling overly vulnerable or suspicious, and move forward with a new perspective graciously. An offer will be given to you out of respect for your contributions. Expect a raise or promotion or a quick helping hand in an awkward work moment. If someone you know requires a helping hand, offer it even if they aren't asking. We all refuse to ask when we think it might be awkward. Now, the reversed message for you is, this is not the time to refuse assistance due to pride. We all need to ask for help now and then to regain balance and embrace who you are. Pause and stay in this moment. When we think too far ahead and let our past interfere, it is easy to become stuck in anxiety. Also, remember that it is an act of kindness to offer compassionate help to anyone who needs it. We can become inadvertently patronizing to those we perceive as needy and offer unsolicited advice to make ourselves feel better. You may also have confused your strengths for weaknesses and vice versa, and this is an ideal time to evaluate and perhaps change your perception by asking trusted relations to share how they view you. This is an excellent time to adjust your perspective and distinguish clearly between your wants and needs. Self-denial is not the answer to whatever you are facing at this moment, so be kind to yourself. Accepting help is as vital as offering help, and is often a reflection of our ability to innate reciprocity and recognize ourselves as a part of the circle of life. So I feel that support, offering and receiving help is what is being called for in your particular situation. We're going to go ahead, close, and seal your reading now with an angel number. The number 8, prosperity is surrounding you, Pisces. So your message today is there's a balance of personal power that Spirit is spotlighting in your life. There is victory in your experience. You are overcoming the challenges. There's a lot of success, strength, and abundance that they want you to embrace in this experience. So this is your message. This is your reading. I hope it resonates for you. If it does, please comment below, hit that like button. And if you're brand new to my channel and you're enjoying my content, please consider subscribing. Other than that, I wanted to wish you all a beautiful day and thank you so much for watching. All right, everyone, I just wanted to update you on my channel schedule, which will be changing very soon. So currently you're seeing your individual signs up twice per week with one collective a day. This is going to now change to one individual reading per week with one collective a day. So you'll see the schedule here. Take a look at where your sign is being posted. That way you can change from the old schedule to the new one. The reason why I'm doing this is because I wanted to create some more room to do live events. This is something that has been sitting with me for a very long time. And I wanted to put more energy into my secondary channel, which is the Sacred Oracles. So by doing this, I allow myself more space and room to explore other avenues to share more of my creativity with you. So I hope that you're able to receive this in a positive way. And those collective readings are for you in between those individual readings. So those are going to be out every day. All right. So thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate your presence, your love, your support, everything that you bring to this community here. So thank you. If you enjoyed that, my family and I have lots more to share with you.
Ria and I have our helpful 14-day mindset shift and 60-day soul commitment challenge ebooks to help give you the tools to transform and grow into your best self.
You can find my special handmade intention candles made with loving care along with my other creations at Koto Create.
Hi, Tom here. Feel free to check out my spiritual health and wellness videos and more new stuff every day on Sacred Knowledge Living. And sometimes even these guys make an appearance. Take care and be calm.
Last but not least, my daughter and I have these beautiful pendant collections available at Sacred Haven. And Katomi and I are still creating videos at Sacred Oracles whenever we have time throughout the month. So you can find all the links in the description box below, and we appreciate all of your support.
Thank
you for watching. I'm sorry.
It's pretty close.